This DoRk&ChiLLiFe review is on the new AMC 2020 film, Cutthroat City. This film is about and centering around when Hurricane Katrina devastates New Orleans. Four desperate friends band together to pull off a daring heist in the heart of the city. And again, guys, I would like to say just off tops, this wasn't a must-see, but a long, pretty decent. It had to be at least 2 hours long. Okay, one time, pass the time watch, providing the same general perspective you would come to expect after watching the trailers, leaving little to the creative imagination and like different standpoints while driving home the same poverty-stricken street narrative. So, off tops, this is going to be, again, nothing you haven't seen before. Pretty much New Orleans friends getting together, struggling, trying to find a way. Then Katrina happens, and now they went from struggling bad to doing a million times worse along with everybody else in the city. So they end up hatching a plan to figure something out. That plan, usually as plans go, things always don't go to plan. So things go a little bit of awry, and the story takes off from there. Now, I can't really tell you what that plan is. I mean, maybe judging from the trailer, you can probably already guess that, or judging from the poster, the movie poster, maybe you can kind of guess or speculate what it is. But again, it's nothing that you guys haven't seen already before or hasn't been done before. There's no new dynamic to this, which is definitely, I would say, a bad takeaway. It's directed by RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan. So if you're used to any of his films, you know they're kind of gritty, but he likes to throw that martial arts aspect into it. This one doesn't have the martial arts aspect into it, but it still has that gritty underbelly, under grimy style vibe to it. Again, guys, sorry for if you're hearing a lot of lisps and for my speech. I again am still doing the Invisalign, so I will be sounding a bit funny here and there for about the rest of the year. So yeah, bear with me on that. But back to the movie. Yeah, to me this just wasn't a must see, but it was a decent one-time watch. I don't know if I would pay to see this in theaters. You could definitely wait to catch this on DVD. I honestly thought this would have been a way better deal for them to throw this on Netflix. I don't know why they decided to go with it on theaters and not on video on demand and Netflix, which I would have went Netflix and then maybe a week later dropped it on video on demand just so I can get more views. I personally didn't see a lot of the trailers for this movie, so I'm not sure it even got a lot of publicity, especially with COVID going on right now. Not a lot of movies are getting a lot of publicity anyway, so yeah, this was definitely one of the ones that got swept up under the rug. But even with the right publicity, I still don't think people are going to be happy with this as far as this is a recommended watch to other people. I would not recommend this to other people other than to say this is a pass the time, something you've already seen style watch, which I've said several times already, but that's about it. To me, this resonates around a 2-star at best, 2.5-star, but really around the 2-star rating area. The acting was a bit shifty here and there. The storyline was something very basic. We've seen it time and time again. The follow-through of that storyline was actually on point. I mean, they did a really good job following the actual storyline and acting towards that follow-through. But from what I personally wanted to see, what I think audiences are wanting to see versus what they're giving you is the same old, and I think the audience kind of wants to be like, oh, give me something new, surprise me with something, do something different. Now, there is a few surprises in this film, but nothing that would give you that wow factor, or I cannot believe this happened. It's like when those factors come into play, you're already at the point of this is nothing I haven't seen before already. And even if you weren't expecting that wow factor, you'll probably say in the back of your mind, yeah, I could probably guess and saw that coming type situation. So yeah, again, this was like it kind of like it was lacking that luster points of the film to really make you want to recommend this. But again, if you were to just happen to see this on TV and it was on, you would probably jump into it. It'd probably be entertaining, hold your attention enough to where you'll watch it to the very end. But again, this would be like one of those one-time watches because you're not going to. I don't think it's gonna really like resonate with anybody to the point of saying, "Hey, this is a memorable watch" or a recommended watch or something I can see myself watching over and over again. I mean, I can see myself maybe catching this one more time if like there's nothing else on and it happens to be on, and maybe it was like middle of the movie or something where things started getting like really good or interesting. Then I'd probably, go ahead and watch it until something else came on. But as far as as far as recommending it, I couldn't do that to you guys. I would just be doing you a disservice. Again, so for me, the acting was like a little bit here and there. As far as some of the actors were a little bit better than others, and it seemed like the down parts of the acting was like the overacting, like they were doing too much, and you should just been like more natural, more yourself, or more embodied that role a little bit better. But outside of that, it wasn't. I mean, like again, this wasn't that bad of a movie. It was just wasn't a something that I could just be happy about recommending to somebody else as far as them seeing something different, something new, something intriguing. But it will hold your attention, so it does do that. So as far as that goes, if that's the type of style movie that you're looking for that has minimal action, but the action that it does have in here is highly relevant um, to the fighting sequences of the movie. But outside of that, there's really no action in it, and it's just more or less friends hanging out trying to just figure life out, which, again, that's a notion we can get behind with and have seen several times play out in a lot of movies and previous movies. So yeah, this is gonna be one of those, if you can get through it and get to the end, because this is when I say get through it, I don't mean get through it as in it's a hard watch. I mean get through it as in it's like a 2 hour something watch. And for this to be a 2 hour watch, I don't know, for me while I was watching, I don't know if it felt like a 2 hour watch, felt like a little shorter than a 2 hour watch. But I don't know, as a director, I mean, I'm not a director, but from a director's standpoint, I don't know if RZA should have did this as a 2 hour movie. But I guess to get everything he was trying to portray across, it had to be a 2 hour movie, which is, again, okay, I guess. But personally, I wouldn't have went that route. I don't think, without there being anything new, any kind of new dynamic aspect, something that was that brought that wow factor to it, it just didn't make the 2 hours worth it. It wouldn't make this a 2 hour worth it movie, in my eyes, personally. I'm always for seeing movies that pretty much show the gritty side of life anyway. So that was a plus for this one. But again, if you're going to go that route, you got to give us something that we haven't really seen before, or something unique, or something that's going to be like, yeah, that's something that they don't really show in movie theaters, or they don't really get across in any kind of movie or TV series. And here's that aspect, and here's a way to elaborate on that aspect. And you just don't get that. So overall, guys, I would say I would not go and buy this or pay money to see this, but if it was on, I would highly recommend checking it out. If there's nothing else on, definitely watchable, one time pass the time watch. It's out now in theaters, and I'm pretty sure you can find this on video on demand. If not, it will be there shortly, but definitely you can find this. Actually, I don't know if you can find it free online. I haven't seen any sites streaming this, and if there are sites streaming this, I can't imagine them streaming this in a great copy other than a rip, or not a rip copy, but a but a camera copy, a cam copy. So at that point, I don't know if it's worth it. I'd rather wait for video on demand or something like that. You should probably wait for video on demand or something like that, Redbox or something like that, or until they drop a actual copy that's worth seeing, that's actually a rip copy. But if you're gonna go that route, I recommend, as always, that you tag, tweet, post, let them know that they did whatever kind of job you feel that they did, but that you appreciate them putting that quality content or just that content out there for your viewing pleasure. So if you go that route, then yeah, I would say go watch it for free and then post and tag, tweet about it. But it was enjoyable for the overall standpoint. I just wish it was a movie that would have given me a little bit more. Sorry guys, it's really kind of hard to talk with these things in my mouth. But I appreciated the movie for what it was, and yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys will too. Just don't go thinking that it's gonna be a game changer, because it will not be. So with that being said, as always guys, I appreciate you stopping through. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for all upcoming content. And hopefully I will catch you on the next DoRk and Chill Life review.